Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Bitcoin coming back on the daily as we suggested 4 or 5 days ago. Talked about how the daily was coming back to that 21. The daily did close below the 200 MA. You got to take that into consideration. I talk about it every single day. If by now you don't understand how powerful the 200 MA is, and you've watched me every single, why wouldn't that be in my hands, hon? Why would I have to reach over there, my love? Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right, let's get that music back up and running. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Now let's take a look at BTC. Taking a beat down to the ground here, 62,700. It formed this ascending triangle. Ascending triangles, in my mind, they're 50-50. They could go either way. I was only going long if we had broke the 50 and done a move, and then I would have taken this gap up to liquidity above the 200 MA. Until then, yep, and then resistance, kind of cat ears here, double top, and then we kind of formed an M pattern here that kind of made the measured move here to the downside. So that's what I saw happening here for Bitcoin. Let's break it down for you from the very beginning to the very end. And apologize, I didn't do my top-down analysis this morning. Honestly, I got jumbled in my mind, and look what happened. I would have seen that short easily for everybody. That's why you can't take not one, even me. Look at all I do. I can't skip one thing. I skip one update, and it ruins my life. You know what I mean? Not ruins my life, but you know what I'm saying? And I apologize to everybody. I was just kind of like going over. I was researching memes, and I'm going to talk about how we could divide our time to be great in cryptocurrency, and it's not easy. And that's something I want to break down and discuss today on the live stream, because everyone's going to show you trading. Then you're going to see other channels that show you coins. Then you're like, what should I be doing? Am I researching coins? Am I going over trading? And you kind of need both to be a master of cryptocurrency. Every great person in crypto knows their charts pretty well, has at least, I don't know, 3 to 4 years in charting. You know what I mean? Like AJ writes crypto. He's a pretty young, new kid in crypto. He's still got 3 to 4 years of charting experience. So it doesn't matter. You got to know your charts, and then you also got to do your research. You got to find people that know more than you and grab that information. You got to know what an ecosystem is. You got to understand DeFi. You have a lot of work to do if you just jumped into Bitcoin and into cryptocurrency. I've been in here for 8 years now, since 2016. I know a lot about cryptocurrency. Innately, I can figure out how to invest in something just based off what I know. For instance, I knew Sui was likely the competitor to Solana. Sui looked like the next best thing. I put my money into Sui at 90 cents, and I told everybody it was about to explode. We're already up 100% gains. 2 weeks. I'm just saying. If you didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, that's why a trading group is key. There's no way you join my trading group in 2 weeks, you're going to know way more than you would have known on your own. Impossible. I've compiled a bunch of data for you in one place. Just clicking around the internet would take you longer. Number one. You see what I'm saying? So whenever people say your trading group doesn't, I mean, certain people just shill nonsense and then charge you money. But there's people that really give you a full-on education. There's so many people online that give you great education. I've learned how to play the piano. I've learned how to do guitar songs. I created an entire walkway. I'm not even a mason. And I did a stone walkway with bricks, the Nantucket stone, all that, cement. I did all that. Thank you. I love you too. This is that's Sam, right? Thank you, sweetie. Okay. I'll keep those. So let's take a look here at the weekly for BTC. And the weekly has hit a resistance. Clear as day. If this candle closes as such, it's going to close a bearish engulfing candle for Bitcoin. And I'm sorry to say that could be a topping pattern. 1, 2, that's a third higher, lower high in a row. The idea is we need to come and make another lower low. We break this low, then we're in a downtrend on the weekly. You know what I'm saying? So you can't break this low here at 54.5. You can't. You break that low, then if we close a weekly candle below that candle, I'm going to have to turn into kind of like some type of pullback bear again. So desperately, the bulls, you really do not want to see a candle close below 61,500. You just don't. Okay? I don't care who you are. That's not going to be a good look. You close below 61.5 on the weekly. Then we can start talking about 57, 54, and, then 52. And then 52 is on the table. So is 43. So, the passageway down is the passageway up. Anything can happen at any given moment in time. People don't like that about me. They want me to be a bull all day. They want me to be a bear all day. I come here and I say I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. And I just show them exactly what I see happening. I said for days, Number one, look at the 3-day rolling over. Stochastics finally curving on the top of the bend line. Not the best sign. We did pump the last time we were up here, though. So, you know, I did say, hey, there's a chance we could pump, but a chance is a chance. You know, right now we have to take it as an overbought signal. Moving average is still pretty close. Tells me that we can get a bit of a move here. It's very rare when you have tight moving averages, you're going to dump that hard, especially after consolidating into that. You know, usually you'll dump down and you'll start losing the moving averages on a dump. You won't dump into tight moving averages. It's just very rare. Look at our last big dump. You dump with a moving average like the 21 crosses. Although, you know, the 21 starts crossing bigger moving averages. Here we have the 100 coming for the 21. I mean, you know, and it's just showing signs of a tightness. So in my mind, again, I could be wrong, but tightness usually after we get tight, then we explode, then we get far apart, and we dump. When we get tight again, we usually explode back to the upside. Very rare we won't pump. So I'm a bit confused by price action right now because it's doing something different than probability at the moment. You know, unless it can bounce off of 61.5 and get a move, that could kind of change the story. So for days, I told you the daily was too far away from the 21-day moving average. You have no idea what I was talking about. You thought I was crazy, but look, back to the 21. Back to the 21, 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 back to the 21. All right? Back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21, pump, back to the 21, pump, back to the 21. This stuff is child's play for me. It dumps, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the, you flip it upside down, it's the same thing, pump, back to the 21, pump, back to the 21. This game is simple, man. It does the same things over and over again. Once you have 18 years like me in the game, they don't really change it up much, you know. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, of course, but they don't change it up that much, man. It's the order of occurrences is habitual. So I knew 90% chance that this would come back to the 21-day moving average. Now, there was a chance we held the 200 MA and we bounced yesterday, but we closed the candle below. Once we closed that candle below the 200 at 8 p.m. last night, that's a bearish sign. And we pumped up back to the upside. I took a mini long on the 4-hour because the 4-hour was sporting a hidden bullish. When we got this pump to the upside, we were actually in the green. But this morning, the smaller time frames lost the 200 MA. When you lose the 200 MA in the 15, when you lose the 200 MA in the 7, when you lose the 200 MA in the 1-minute time frame, you have to take into account that there's likely going to be a dump to the downside. Now we're flirting with 63,000. We lost 63.3. So let's get back to the daily and kind of zoom in again. Remove the moving averages for now and take a look at what's happening here on the daily time frame. If you really give your time to assess the markets, they'll tell you what's likely going to happen. So I'm going to say, why didn't you short that, Sam? Why don't you have a big short gain for us? Honestly, I just moved into my house 2 weeks ago. I'm still in this new house mode with my family. Some days I don't feel like being in a trade. I have to be honest with you guys. I'm 41 years old. I've been trading for 10,000 days of my life or something insane. I don't even know, and there are days where I'm just like, man, you know what? I was more into counting my SUI win. I'm up hard on SUI right now. Still, SUI didn't go down. SUI stayed hard. I started researching the SUI ecosystem, where I could put my SUI. I started researching more altcoins. Instead of focusing on this Bitcoin dip, I focused on the altcoins that I wanted to add the last minute because I know this Bitcoin dip is creating a price action for me to find opportunity. So I could sit there on the short all day long and I could have focused on it. Had I done more shorting, I would have focused more on that trade than I would have focused on looking for altcoins. So I spent the last 48 hours doing deep dives across multiple channels, writing down coins, making lists, getting ready, preparing myself for the weekly screen share with each and every one of you on Thursday night, where I'm going to give you so much information that I found online. It's going to blow your mind. You would have to have spent hundreds of hours and know where to go, how to watch it at 2x speed, write down the details, create Google Sheets. I did that all for you at a fast rate. So not only do I scan the internet like a maniac, and I know all the hot stuff that's going down, most of it, not all of it, but most of it, but I also have the charts for you. I told you the daily was coming to the 21. I said it for days. If you listened to me, you would have made money on the short, or at least not got into too much of a long. I longed here and there, but they were very small longs, and I made that very clear to my trading group. The risk was tiny. I'm not giving back my gains from last month. This month will be a green month, just like last month, and I will continue to grow my portfolio, my P&L. You must push yourself. You must have positive energy. You must believe in yourself. There's no one else there. Your parents, your family, and friends, they love you, but they can't believe in you the way you can. They can't live inside your mind and erase negative self-talk. They can't push you to work out in the morning. They can't get you to start that business you've been dreaming about. Write down that business plan, go after it. They can't do any of those things for you. Nobody can but you. You're the only person that can help yourself. Nobody else. There's people that can help you along the way. There's people that can push you. I can inspire you. I can tell you all the right things and get your energy up and running. But I can't put a pencil in your hand and make you right. All right? I can't make you do things. You got to be able to do it yourself. And to be able to do that, why do some people push and get away from the monotony? Why do some people become great and others don't? Right? Yeah. 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 Sam, just rejoin the 99. Thank you for this experience. This October will be 100% focus and learn and be a better life. Many thanks, Sam. Yeah. And someone talked about memes. Memes are a big part of the money right now flowing into altcoins. 100%. If you don't have a meme in the portfolio, you're slipping. 100%. But, you know, I don't want to sit on, you know, move.fun all day watching meme coins. Move pump, you know. One thing I do like right now is this 1.78. Why? Because Move Pump, Fun Pump went hard. So Move Pump will probably pump too. Move Pump is the website. This is their coin. How does it not go up in value over time? You see what I'm saying? So, again, it's very small, and we have to find the right contract. All this is here at Move Pump. All right, they got farms, they got rankings, create tokens. And Sui's hot right now. There's a lot going on with Sui. You got to get your Sui wallet and get going. All right. And what I like about the Sui wallet is it's right there in front of you. You got everything here. I haven't sent any Sui to the wallet yet. I have not bought any Sui memes. But some of them have done numbers already. I'm in between, you know. Like, look at this $7.6 million market cap. Right? Woof. Move.pump with the one. And then, I mean, it's very small right now. It's at the very beginning stages. Very beginning stages. How come I don't see Blub there? I thought Blub was one of the first Sui. There's Blob on Sui. Funny. Anyway, so a coin I would look at is Move.fun. That's infrastructure. I'm betting on the whole entire ecosystem. And Sui Bull. Like, how does Sui Bull not do good? I'm a Sui Bull. You know what I mean? Tron Bull. So I like Sui Bull. I like Move Pump. Everything else is pretty speculative. And they're all speculative, of course. But I like Sui Bull and Move Pump. They two make sense to me. And under $1 million market cap, I mean, if that just goes to 30 million, you're going to 30x. Okay. Anyway, things of my nature, movepump.com. That's going to be where you find the Sui action. All right. And the Sui memes. Let's get back into BTC. And delete that window now since I've gotten out of there. MPLX still holding 42. I talked about it when it was at 25. You're in massive gains right now. If you listen to the lifer, I didn't put out tons of coins back then in that week too. I put out Sui, MPLX, like there was like 5 or 6 coins that I put out. They hit for gains, you know. So what do I see happening? I mean, Bitcoin, I just want to make sure it doesn't lose 61.5. It loses 61.5, then it's coming to 58,000. Very likely at that point of control. If it loses 58,000, it's coming back to 53. You can see 1, 2, 3 on the daily. Gaps in the VRVP. A bounce here would be beautiful. It would be nice if 62,800 held and we got a bounce here to the upside on the daily off of the 21-day moving average. The daily would make some type of bounce here. If I can get the ghost feed. Never know how to turn off ghost feed. Double click it probably. Yeah. Whatever. It like doesn't, but I'd like to see Bitcoin do something like this. Yeah, I didn't do it perfectly, but you know what I mean? Just consolidate in here tightly. Isn't that, what if I just did this one day and I acted like I was like, all right, we're getting ready for the trade now, getting the pump to the upside here. And people are like, wait, what's going on? That's how you make fake candles that don't exist. Okay. Right. After I was investing, I think I'm a Nacho whale, only up 20x. Am I really up that much on Nacho since we got in? I got in the day with everybody there, that first day. Are we really up 20x on Nacho? Bitcoin might bounce and sweep up the lows of yesterday. That's why I'm in the trading group. Sam is the best at every aspect of crypto. Some guys are good at swing trades, others in alts, but Sam is great at everything. I'm okay. All right, I don't want to be great at everything. Burke is now, thank you. God bless you, man. I just take it. That's just, you humble me, man. Thank you. I'm late to the party. Is Sui a buy at the current price? I mean, for the long term and hold investing, I believe Sui is a good thing to DCA into now because it probably goes to $20 a coin and it's only at $1.80. But it could go back to 150, 160. You have to be okay with that in your journey. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. So it's really up to you whether you want to get into Sui. I'll just give you the information. I did it at the right time. Maybe the trading group would have helped you had you been there. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm open-minded here. Other people get into things like they can't stand Richard Hart, so then they don't like Hex. I don't do that stuff. You know, I stay kind of formed, you know, with my idea. Master Friend had asked me about Hex just a few days ago on the channel. And we went over Hex. And we talked about it. And I saw it in a flag that was likely going to break to the upside, right? I said, hey, yeah, this thing looks like it could do numbers. I said, look for the daily to go towards that 200 MA. I said, once the daily breaks the 200, I said, you're likely going to pump. I said, you got a golden cross coming right there. I said, I'm not into Hex. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it does look like it can recover. Then we looked at the 4 hour. The 4 hour was in a beautiful flag. And I drew a measured move because I just draw this to here. And I said, this looks like it's going to pump up to about 004207. And honestly, it looks like it's about to do damage right now. It just broke out of the second flag. Excuse me there. And it looks like it could continue to the upside. That next target takes it further up about 36% to about 4735. All right. Yeah. Bro, I think I'm going to try trading. Can you help? You can help yourself. Just hold on 1 second at a time. All right. Yeah. I wouldn't invest in Sui. I'd invest in a DEX in a meme like Cetus and Blub. I see what he's saying. First ranked all players making a double 99 now. People are talking about it. First racked all players making a dump of 99. First racked what? I have no idea what he's talking about. Near protocol. First racked all players making a dump. What? Yeah. Top of the morning to the lifers. Shout out to Freddie Munoz. God bless you, man. Shout out to Acaso. Shout out to BTC Boss. Shout out to everybody here jumping on into the live stream. We appreciate you. All the 1,400 people here on the live. 292 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. I still may make a live trade here on Bitcoin as we get into what's happening here today, but it definitely is a bit of a nasty pullback. I talked about EKTA. It's up 21% too, out that flag. We'll show you that in a second here on the channel. Got a little bit of service hurricane. It's so funny. Some people wrote it was Helene, right? But some people were calling it Helena. And look, Hurricane Helena. Hurricane Helene made landfall in September, a powerful Category 4 in Florida's Big Bend. But then if you type in Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Helene, death toll. Was it Helene or Helena? You know what I mean? I guess one publication got it wrong. It's kind of funny. But it was Helene. There's a lot of people calling it Helena. I even did it a few times on Twitter. You kind of want to say Helena. All right. When October 1st is a red day, historically 100% of all Octobers are green on the monthly. I mean, I loved seeing a red day at the beginning of the month. That's that wick. When you see a monthly wick, that means the month went down, and that means it can continue up. Doesn't mean it has to, but it's likely. All right. So 62,600. We lost the 200 MA here on the daily time frame. Take a look at our 4 hour. Our 4 hour is also bearish as heck, rolling over with the bearish engulfing candle. And let me just get rid of that projection. That was just like, if we do, then what, right? So in a bit of a falling wedge here on BTC. All right. Stats show Bitcoin usually makes its October low in the first week of the month. Probably nothing. Or just at 52K 20 days ago. We're still looking good for Uptober. Yeah. Many got rocked yesterday, but look at the minute. Crazy money in and out flow. It was crazy. Yeah. Besides the liquidity needed sweeping, we could still go down to 60K and it wouldn't be surprising. Yeah. Both of them are female names and they're coming for your property. Yeah. Why altcoins holding and Bitcoin dropping? Because people want alts, man. People are probably selling off Bitcoin to get into altcoins right now. They bought a bunch of Bitcoin. It went up for the last 5-6 months. They're in gains. Now there's altcoins that they want, but they don't want to go into the bank account or they can't. They're waiting for a paycheck. So they sell some Bitcoin to get into the altcoins. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to show you Bitcoin dominance and break it down for you. We're also going to show you kind of the different strategies to become successful in cryptocurrency and kind of how to allocate your time. Okay. I'm in a fat short. Hope we keep falling. Amen. Last 2 times October did this. It did this pattern at October Open. My birthday is October 23rd. Let's pray. Amen. Want to see red this week if October is going to be bullish. Anything could happen. You could be green all the time. You know what I mean? That's not true, but it's a possibility. I just sold some Bitcoin last night to get my DCA done with my long-term hold. See? So a lot of people are like, you know what? I need to get rid of this Bitcoin. I'm up huge. I got into 20K, 30K. I've doubled up my money. I now want to use it to do other things. All right? So. Anyway, so the 4-hour is in a bearish engulfing. Whenever you get this far away, you usually come and test the 200 MA, or at least test this level, 61,160, right? 61,000. It's funny how you don't really have support at 61.6 like the weekly here. You have really strong support at really like, yeah, I guess you could say like 60. Yeah, okay, we'll call it 61.5. It's strong enough right there. It's just very likely we're going to come to 61.5, maybe bounce off the 4-hour 200 MA. Just looks very, very likely right now. In this wedge, 1, 2, 3. Do we come up, come back down? And then the 1-hour, which really kind of made a bear flag, right? That's the ascending triangle that I was watching on the 15. And then the measured move is the length of that pole, really, if it's a bear flag. And it's really kind of headed down to where you want. I see it going down to 61,250, 61.5. You know, and BOOKMAP suggests that we go lower. There's really no liquidity above us. So BOOKMAP also suggests that we do go lower. So if I was going to take a trade, I mean, I already would have gotten right there once we were near the 200 with the stop loss on the other side. Let that rally down, right? 30 minutes, interesting. 10 minute, 7 minutes, making a bit of a bear flag here. So if I was going to make a trade, I'd trade this bear flag on the 7 minute. Further to the downside, let me look at my perpetual and I'll set it up as such. So annoying. Let me set it up as such here. All right. Okay. Delete all your old work. We take a look. You get the 5 instead of the 7 here. It's kind of annoying, but similar strategy here going on. Making a bear flag. Measured move to the downside. Looks likely we have all that liquidity down there. It's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. Let's take a look at the short. Take profit would be 61,350. Stop loss would have to be somewhere at 63,190. And I do my old same old 130, you know, 130 for 340. That ain't bad. I'd like to see this spike up first before we do it. It's very high in the stochastics though, showing signs of a move down, but I'd like this to spike up, touch the 21 before I jump on into the short. So this is the short that I would take today on a scalp, and that will take us back down to exactly where I'm looking at, 61,360, 61,400. So this would match up with everything that I'm seeing here. I'm expecting a bounce up, hitting the 21-day moving average, getting tight, making another little flag here, and then a dump further to the downside. So this is the trade I'd be looking at if it comes my way. I'm projecting for it. So far, I'm getting the pump off the bottom of the trend line, which I wanted to see, because I want to see this kind of consolidate, hit that 21-day moving average. Now, if it gets above the 21 and starts cruising to the 200, then I may actually, you know, we may have to trade, you know, the long when we cross the 200 MA. So I could be long or short in a second, depending on what the market gives me. All right, because I don't know who they're going to go after, what they're going to liquidate. Right now, I'm going to watch this flag on the 7, and it's all ready to go. The trade is ready. I just have to hit open short, and I'm in there. But I want to make sure I want to enter it at the perfect time. All right, if possible. 1 hour also, the 1 minute I'm looking at has got that same kind of like that same pattern I made yesterday. That double top EM nonsense there. Right there, double top M. Crazy. The whole P. Diddy thing is messing with me because I grew up in the 90s where, like, you know, I was really cool with Jadakiss. I became friends with him, like somewhat. You know, I had his phone number. We were good. We were somewhat associates at one point in my life. And I know he was not cool with Diddy, right? They gave him a bad deal. He tried to throw a refrigerator at Diddy. Remember, he threw a fridge at Diddy. And, you know, they probably tried to get him to do all that weird stuff. But Jadakiss don't play that game. You know what I mean? I hope he didn't. I don't think he did. And that's why he always got the bad deals. And he never got fully brought in. You know, he was always on the outside because he did his independent thing. He wasn't going to play that game. If you didn't do what the industry wanted you to do, you didn't get into the top of the industry. Period. Didn't mean you couldn't have a good living. Like Tech9 and everything. You could still make, like, you know, 2 to 5 million, 10 million a year maybe. But you couldn't make the 40, 50 to 100 million a year. You know, that was for Clive Davis and the guys that had you up at the top. You had to be connected to the top. You see what I'm saying? And to connect it to the top, you had to do, man. And, you know, I was in the rap industry for a long time. I had a rap album. I was meeting people. I met Dr. Dre. I was friends with Stephon Marbury. I was friends with Twister. Twister and me became good friends and associates. Carl, I had his phone number as well. Jadakiss was a good friend of mine. I ran into Jim Jones on and off throughout Manhattan. Not a lot. I'm just here and there. And, you know, I had some connections to the industry. And I had this feeling, man, that there was always this talk about people getting, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say it, but, you know, anyway, there was talks about it, and you had to sell your soul to get in, and it was always a joke and stuff, but I don't know, man. I felt like God saved me from that industry. I was getting really deep into it. I was in studios all the time. That's all I was doing. I wanted to become the next Eminem. I dreamed, you know, I was like, I'm just going to do it. And slowly but surely, I started seeing some things in the industry that were like, number one, a lot of money laundering. It was like run by cartels. The music industry was just, back in the 90s and even in the 2000s, it was pretty shady. So I kind of had my own personal experience with this kind of. So now that I'm seeing it all come out, I'm like, man, I knew this was happening, and I knew to stay away from it. But I wanted the fame a little bit. But thank God I didn't get pushed and pulled into that nonsense, man. Because they get you, and I guess they drug you or something, and then they get you on camera, and next thing you know. And I heard about all this. I heard you go to these parties. Next thing you know, they give you a glass. You take a sip. Next thing you know, you don't know what happened. Next thing you know, they show you footage of yourself. Hey, this is you. We got you. We'll put this out all over the internet if you don't do our bidding. And you're caught. You're in there, and they got you. And they did it to countless people, man. You know what I mean? It was very similar to what Epstein was doing. Same thing. Blackmailing people through, you know, that's why if you stay true to God, if you have a good wife and good kids and you don't do the wrong thing, you can't get brought into that. You know, they thrive on your ability to go into the evil side. Then they can get you. They're already on that side, so they're just trying to pull you on in. You got to stay pure. I'm talking to a lot of you because a lot of you should make a lot of gains here in cryptocurrency. You're going to be multimillionaires. You're going to events, and maybe you're going to run into people in different industries. They're going to try to pull you into different things. I'm telling you right now, you get a bit prepared. When you get into these higher echelons of big money and big people and big influence, there's some strange doors that they start opening. A couple times it happened to me at a very smaller scale, but I was able to recognize it and pull back. But not everybody is that lucky, right? And so I just this whole thing has hit me hard. And what's been going on recently is just really quite disturbing, honestly. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, if you keep treating people absolutely horribly over and over again, Yeah, I just make general statements after I was investigating. They're not nothing to do with you, man. You're on point, dude. Yeah. No worries, man. You're on point, dude. You have to remember, I run a trading group where new people jump into the group every day. So I have to like, I'm on a balance beam. You know, I've already made tons of money, so I can throw money at memes. I can throw 5 grand, 10 grand at a meme. 10 of them can go down the tubes. I can lose 50 grand, and then 1 of them can hit, and I can handle that, but not everybody can. So I just got to be careful of how I go about explaining the industry, and that's all. I got more responsibilities than most people due to me being like, I guess, a KOL influencer slash, you know what I mean? That's all. Yeah, no, it's just I have to like go over an overall piece of things. That's all, man. God bless you, brother. You're 100%, man. Don't worry. I never. Once you're in my good graces, you're in there for life, unless you do something to disrespect my kids or wife or me or something. But I never flip on people like that, man. I'm not sensitive like that. I say things that people aren't sure about because they don't understand how many different things are pushing and pulling me, and then they think, is that connected to me? And I go through that all the time because I'm connected to so many different things and so many different people, right? So you never know exactly what was he saying that for, right? But and so no worries, man. And you weren't the first to think maybe, you know what I mean? It happens all the time. So no worries, brother. It's a complicated life when you're the crypto lifer. It's not easy, all right? Anyway, yeah, so the short looks pretty nice here. I'm going to take it and see what happens. Scared money don't make no money, you know? So... Oh, wait, did I not put a, hold on. I think it went through. Yeah, there it goes. I was about to say, just waiting on that limit to tap in there. So I took a short here out of this flag to the downside. I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I could very well lose this trade. Okay. The target would take us to 61,350. That's where the liquidity lies here on the day. So... I've already given feedback. So again, if you like BOOKMAP, link in the description below. If you're just trading candles and patterns, that's great. But you really want to know what's happening to liquidity. Us bosses, us people that know what's going on, we're paying attention to where the market is moving before it gets there. Look at this blob of liquidity down here. I mean, it's all down there. We're likely going to go visit 61.2, 61,005 and hit that weekly support or resistance. It just looks very likely. Maybe we don't. I've seen it happen before and they don't go there. However, that is a bear flag. All right. It's about to touch the 21. The momentum is to the downside. You're below the 21. If we were trading long, we would trade this the same way. We had broken the 200. We would long. Then we would continue to trade the flags until we saw bearish dip. Same thing until we see a strong bullish dip. So you trade long, you trade short. It does not matter. It's the exact same scenario. 62.8 is also a key level of support or resistance. Why would I flip long? I'd flip long if we flip the 200 MA on the 7-minute maybe. If we get back above 64,200. That would mean we just got back above previous resistance and flipped it as support. That would change the way I felt about it. But right now I see Bitcoin struggling, 62,006, and it looks like we're printing already in the short, right? Up 33 bucks already. I mean, that's in a minute, right? So let's see if we can get to our target here to the downside for Bitcoin. Make a quick 300 in about an hour. Do that a couple times a day, make $1,000 a day, and move on with the day no matter what happens. We can trade long, we can trade short. It doesn't matter. We just need to be able to find out which way the market's going and take advantage of that market. One step at a time, one day at a time. You're not going to win every single trade, but you're going to do your best that you can. If you put your best foot forward every single day. All right. And look, I'm giving a live trade right now. I do this every single day. I give a live trade almost every single day. Every single day. Even last night, my live, it did go up. If you woke up into gains this morning, you did wake up in gains. It wasn't huge. We didn't have a massive pump. But the call I called went up further than when I got in last night. Period. Say whatever you want. All right. This trade's already up 4.5%. If you were in it heavy, you'd already could be cashing out on it. All right. Once we lose 62.5, that's psychological. We're going to dump pretty fast. All right. And there we go, up 50 bucks in 2 minutes. Let's see this baby print, baby print. Now, what could stop this? Bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder there. All right. It looks triple toppy to me. Pretty nastily bearish. And it seems like Bitcoin's going a little slower the last few days. Like it kind of comes up, comes down. It'll take its time. What is this going to do to all the other coins? Most coins will pull back. All right. Most of the market will give you a bit of a pullback here. And these could be some really great prices for the altcoins. So I keep myself cash free. You know, not cash free. I keep free some cash on the sidelines. You know, I make sure there's some cash free. You know what I mean? Like I'm free hand. I don't know what I'm saying, but I make sure I have cash on hand in case, you know, there's a nice big dip of a coin that I'm looking into. You're always going to want more of other coins. This is what happened to me in both rallies, and it's happening again. You never have enough. You wanted 20 grand of SUI, you wanted 25 grand of SUI, but then you want 40 grand of Ondo, but then you want this grand, you can't have it all. Eventually, you just have to settle for what you got and go from there. All right. If you want to speculate, put some speculative money aside and speculate, you know, but be okay with losing all that money. You know, if I speculate in the SUI meme system and I decide to put some money in there, I got to know that I could lose it. It is what it is. And I could use the game. So what happens is, like right now, I got into SUI. I doubled up. And I made 5 grand. And then people take that 5 grand and they start putting it all to the memes. And the next thing you know, a couple hit. They take some gains. But if they keep going back, see, you get addicted to the win and then you keep going back. And then what happens is the market switches on you and you're in too heavy because, you know, 20 grand was nothing. You start off with $1 grand. If you do 100 exit to 100 grand, next thing you know, you're going to be buying 5,000 positions like it's nothing. Because you're going to, why? Because you can now. You're going to. It happened to me. Then you're going to be buying, and the next thing you know, it's just like, then you're going to 10x another one, and then you're going to just money everywhere, and you're like, oh, and then you're going to lose the value of money, the thought of money. You're going to think you're invincible. You're going to start throwing money all over the market, and then you're going to do it towards the top because you're addicted to the rush, and you don't know what's going to stop, and you can't seem to discipline yourself. You don't have a goal inside your own personal life. You're just sauced up into the sauce, and you're just like, oh. Now, what if you said, I can't wait, there's a house, say you had a 1-bedroom apartment, and you keep driving by this house that's 450 grand, and it's for sale, has a nice backyard, and you're like, man, I would love to just move out of my apartment with my 2 kids and move into that house. I just need a down payment of 200 grand, and I could afford the mortgage with my life right now. And you play with these memes, blah, 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 you have 400 grand. If you have a real plan, you sell no matter what the market's doing. You buy that house, you change your life. But if you have no plan, you just get all memed up and then you start throwing coins. And what happens is, the point is, if you don't have a plan, you stay in the market too long. Because you don't know when it's going to stop, and the euphoria has now got you. Because if you've won a couple times, it's like asking a girl out and her saying yes. You feel like every girl you ask out is going to say yes again, and you get addicted. Eventually, right? They chew you up and spit you out. Like, so I just want to let you know that your mind changes when you start to make money, and you're not the same person you were before chemically. Because like me now, like look at me. 7 years ago, I was making, you know, let's say 7 years ago, I was making $1,200 a week, and I had no health insurance. Then my health insurance kicked in. They had to take another $275 a week or something. So I brought home $900 a week. So if I went out to dinner that week and it was a $300 dinner, that was 1/3 of my paycheck. Okay. You know, now through sponsorships and everything I do, like, I don't want to be rude, but like, you know, I'm not going to say, but like, I make a lot of money a day. I'll be honest with you, like a good amount. And so, you know, $300 a day, like I could take someone out to dinner for $300 and I wouldn't even really like, I probably wouldn't even know about it. You see, like if my wife spent $300, I wouldn't even know about it. The point is, your life changes as you get more and more money, and your chemical reaction in your brain to money changes too. That's kind of what's happening, right? And it's a reward system that you've built inside. Look at that beautiful M pattern, triple top it away, right? It just looks nasty. And now here we are, we're printing to the money. If you took the trade, you're in the money 7%, 6%. And we want to print, baby. We want to print. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Full ported all the way to 61.5. Everyone says, this has to be the one. Look, we lost the psychological 62.5 like I told you. Let the dump come, baby. Let the dump come. You're in gains now if you got in when I got in. All right. They're playing with it, though. And it could even come right back up and kick us out. Anything could happen. That's why I'm quick to scalp when I'm trading Lev. Okay. Shout out to the 1,649 people here on the live. 410 likes. Yeah. So I just want to, I'm trying to teach you, because you don't know how you're going to feel when you start making massive gains on a meme coin. Now, if you're a different type of person and you get into some memes and then you just walk away, it's just that's like 1% of people, man. That's like the guy that walks away from Vegas. Nobody does it. Why is Vegas in charge? Because they never walk away. Nobody walks away. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't do it. Okay. So we got into a short. It's going okay. The initial entry too was when the 1 minute lost to 200 last night, right there, or even right there, and then it barely retested it too at 63.9. Okay. But everything kind of playing out as I thought it would. The daily would come back to the 21. We'd get the pullback, right? I called bear yesterday too. Remember, I was full on bear at the end of the live stream yesterday. So I'm bullish on altcoins, but I'm waiting on Bitcoin to kind of figure its way out. So you see where I'm at. Kind of a bullish div there in a way where this is like swinging up, but it's a very strange bullish div. It's almost like that was the bullish div and then it got defied, right? You could try to say that's bullish div. Can we get the bounce back to the upside? And 62.6 seems to have some support here for BTC. But I see more downside coming for Bitcoin, and BOOKMAP don't lie. BOOKMAP's been spot on. And look, I mean, this is the trade right here, and there's all liquidity waiting for us. And there it is, spot on again. The flag to the downside, BOOKMAP. When my TA and BOOKMAP combine, it's like 90% that it's going to happen, right? Again, you guys can attest to that. You watch the channel every day, all right? So you guys hear me say stuff, and then it plays out. I don't know. You guys remember me. You know, someone should keep tabs on me and tell the whole world, like, he said long today, long again. There should be someone who spends their whole life just tracking me and everything that every day. Like, he said long. And then you can go through the month and be like, here's what he said every single day. Here's where we went. Here's the overall bigger picture. Here's the smaller picture, right? And again, I may be wrong. Who knows? I just like someone to track it, so I'm not the only one saying it. Because I hate when someone's telling their own, hey, look at me. But when someone else tells me about someone, I'll listen, right? Okay. Hex did break out that flag. Looks like more is coming for Hex. The 4 hour looks beautiful. Hex will move probably independent of the market. It's got its own little thing going. It was dumping when the market wasn't. It'll pump when it'll kind of do its own thing. But Hex kind of getting back up in the game there, doing a bit of a 3x since it got in to that monster move. Let's take a look at cryptobubbles.net and see what's happening today. FTT continuing to pump. One of the biggest gainers in Hex, really. The only two green coins in the last 24 hours. Last hour, it's FTT again. But in the week, we had massive gains. Hex, Pepe, PulseChain, SEI, Beam, Bonk, SHIB, Sui. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. Floki and the memes as well doing pretty good. So bitty Bitcoin. So you guys know what I have for Bitcoin. Really nothing else I could say about BTC. All right. And wow, it's 11 o'clock just that fast. Let me jump on into the chat here and see what's happening. All right. Sammy, can I be a moderator? I'm a good boy. I mean, it's up to the moderators. They got their own little thing going. Sometimes when I add someone out of nowhere, they get a little offended. So, because a lot of them work their way in there and, they appreciate it. If they're cool with it, I'm cool with it. It's up to them, Sui about to lose the 200 on the 15 minute. Yeah. And even if you win, you'll lose eventually. Day trading. I don't think day trading is not a scam. That's not true. No. I day trade I make money. So I just, you're making a false statement about my life. You know what I mean? Yeah. 5-minute Soaks pointed down. I'll personally sell when it bottoms. Yeah. I don't want to be the person that says Sammy's win rate is 60 and get banned. You're so funny, man. I mean, why would you say that though? It's kind of weird, right? I don't know. I just wonder, are you do you care about me, or are you my friend, or I don't know. It's weird. If you had to choose one altcoin, because I find 60%, like, I just feel like I'm not 60%, man. It just doesn't make sense. I know it's more than 60% of the time I've called Bitcoin right. You know what I mean? It's not like 60% would mean only 17 out of the 30 days a month I call Bitcoin. It's just not true. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we have to ban you now for sure. You know what it is? I know when someone's like slightly, I've had jealous people my whole life around me and strange people. And so I pick up on when someone's not fully supportive and their comment is slightly strange, I already know they're kind of on the tip of stabbing me in the back. You know what I mean? So that's why I throw people out immediately when they're weary, because why keep someone around me that I'm not sure about, man? So that's why. Yeah. And then some people think things are funny that I don't think are funny, and apparently we don't have the same sense of humor. You see what I mean? So, yeah. Fabulous stream on a wonderful red day. Let's double up like the like button. Amen. Banging on them to the upside. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. God bless you. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. So moving slow though. We did get that final quick little dump down. I mean, these moves are fast. Look, you get your bigger move in a 5-minute, in a 35-minute period, 5-7 minute candles. So today is the day to kind of get yourself ready to focus. You know, they're going to get you up and down with the price action, and you're not going to focus on the coins that matter. It's just what happens, man. I've seen it happen to so many countless people in the game. I like to look AI. We looked at that AI companion yesterday, and I'm starting to do my deep dive, man. I'm starting to look at different things, getting more open to new coins again, seeing what's happening. FTX token, for some reason, just going on a massive 68%. I just think that's like a pump and dump by some group, or I don't know what the heck's going on there. I don't get that you know, I don't FOMO for stuff like that. 69%, Mantra keeps doing things. But literally in the last hour, you don't see much movement at all, right? The market's pretty flat or to the downside. Is it time to take SUI profits and move them into CEDAS or a smaller coin inside of the SUI ecosystem? I mean, that's a bearish div now, though. That swings up while that swings down. You have the rising wedge, the 4 hours, very far away from the 21-day moving average. People ran into SUI like crazy for memes and stuff last night, and it's usually most of retail buys the top. You know that, right? So like most people didn't buy SUI when we did at 90 because there was heavy fear in the market and people didn't want to buy down there. There's a chance we were going to go lower and it's going to dump. So they didn't buy SUI right here like we did. They couldn't see the inverted head and shoulder like I saw, or the flag that I eventually drew. It was a very strange flag, but we played it and it played out perfectly. I called that move before it happened. It's all documented. But the point is, they get in here, oh, memes are hot. Oh, yeah, SUI. Oh, I want more SUI. Right? Did it really go to 196 last night? Crazy. 192. Now the 4 hour looks like it definitely wants to dump on you. The 8 hour, the 6 hour. The thing about SUI is I'm weird of selling it. The second I sell it, I feel like it could do something insane. It's not that far for the 21 on the daily, which tells me that 145, 150 ain't that far away. I feel like instead of selling SUI, I just feel like I should be buying more of it. You know what I mean? That's kind of my thought process here. The 3 hour looks bearish. Like it's going to drop for sure. It looks like you're going to start dumping right now with Bitcoin. But it's interesting. This 62,600 level just seems to want to hold. We might sit there the entire stream and go completely sideways. So only time will tell. They're going to start getting retail, bored again despite the movement in the market. But there's money to be made out here. Once we lose the psychological 62.4, that can make the drop even worse, right? Let's full port it. Let's risk 500 for 2,000 and really make this a fun show. All right, let's go for it. Worst comes out worse, I lose like 500. Right? We must almost be up $100 now. I got you 9% on the trade. I mean, that's beautiful. I got you 9% yesterday during on the afternoon in the trading group. Right? I'm gonna find a way to make gains every single day. I don't care if you make an extra $100, $200. As long as you're not losing, you're gaining, baby. You're gaining. All right. And let it go, baby. Let it go. Come to the downside. Who wants to see me sport bigger positions? Or who's just happy with the way it is? No hate. Bezos is just trying to make a joke. Sorry. I don't know about a man's win rate that goes live every single day for 1,000 days. Is that funny to you? I don't know, man. I'm asking you a simple question. I'm not even triggered. I'm just asking you, is that funny to you? I go live every day, 7 days a week, 1,400 days. I put my entire life on the line. But it's funny to joke about my win rate, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Just a little bigger sounds good. Okay. I heard SUI tokens to be unlocked in some days, maybe even today. Sam, you should have a class for the noob entry-level trader on how to VPN and how to use a wallet. Maybe package the first month at a $99. I don't know, man. How to use a VPN is a Google. You can Google that. Let's get real. I should have full ported that I would be up massively right now had I went hard. All right. And look, now that you're up gains, because now you're up a massive gain. Move that stop loss into position. What are they doing to me here? And move the stop loss into a profitable position. All right. So you can obviously take money out of the market no matter what happens today. All right. And I gave you the short before it happened. I called it out. You can't BS me. You're up 14% already. You can lock in profits too as well. No reason to play yourself. August 5th, Japan carry trade. Sui hit 41 cents low. I saw you call 90 also. Amen. Yeah. Coming into Kaz Long. Nice bullish div there. Daily just trapped the 21. Maybe we bounce. Nah. Gains, baby, gains. And now we move the stop loss into break even. I show you how to make $100 in like 10 or 20 minutes almost every single day here on this channel. Like, I'd love if we get that 200 and we battle this wick. Send it. Liquidate. Yes. Send it. Looks like we're going to be able to get 200 out of this trade. I trade live in front of everybody, man. You see my concepts, my ideas, my style. I do it all the time. You see me make $100, $200 in under 2-3 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I do it all the time. Every single day, baby. Look at this battle here. 1 minute candles till my eyes hurt. That's why my wife then, after doing this for 2 hours, then I sit down and my wife's trying to talk to me and I'm like, she doesn't understand. Like, I've gone through 1,000 emotions. I've live streamed in front of people. I put my money on the line. I've talked about 1,000 things. I've had people make fun of me. I've gone through ups and downs emotionally. They're going to get me there now. Oh no. I love sitting right on price and just getting paid. I want 200 and I want it now. And I got it. I got my 200. All right, baby. Giggity. And that's how you make a trade, man. Bang, bang, bang. We did it, baby. We won the trade. I don't be quiet. I'm the king of this house. Don't you get it? No one tells me to be quiet in this house. I'm the master of this house. I'm the patriarch of the family. Wow, we got beamed all the way to 61,875. Unbelievable on that move to the downside. And I called it for you beautifully. And see, I don't always go to the target. Very rarely did I go to the target on a scalp trade. I just take what I can take. All right. Sammy does it again. Bang, bang, bang. That's how we done. That's how it's done, folks. Who made gains today on the live stream? I took it from 62,950. Unbelievable. Who here is happy and make massive gains today on the live stream or made just enough to pay the bills, man? Hey, this is my first trade of the day. I can make more trades than this trade. Okay? Remember that. First trade with you. Shout out to everyone who took their first trade with the lifer and is in the gains, baby. And I use a stop loss on every single trade. I don't just make calls. There's a lot of people that make a call, quote unquote, a call. Like they say what's going to happen to a coin. Sui it, $2 by next week. But they don't show you how to get in. They probably got stopped out. And then they still came next week and said, I made the call. It's like, you didn't make a call. Heck, you called that since last night, Sammy. Amen. Made 400 on the turbo short. Amen. Just enjoy watching you win, Sammy. Shout out to Joel Machine in the house. Are you still in the short? No, you saw me take the money and run, baby. All right. You saw me take the money and run. Short looks like it may continue to print, though. I'll be honest. All the way to the target. It may, Mara down almost 10%. Lord. Oh, Mara's the worst, man. What a good call, Sammy. Made 600. Amen. Shorted Sui and Beaky. Do you always focus on the negative things, Jennifer? Is that what you do? I swear I can count how many days you came in and you just focused on the a bad call or Mara. I love you, Jennifer, but I do notice you definitely tend to go into that down trade, that down place. Let's get you out of there. Hold Mara for a couple years, see what happens. Give it some time. I notice patterns, man. I can see patterns, and I'm here all the day, and I have a photographic memory, so I can see how people behave. God bless you, Jennifer. Thank you. All right, cool. No, I'm just recognizing sometimes you're like, Mara down. We just want to trade, and you said Mara was down. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. I'm probably wrong. I'm just not up on any coins. I gotcha. You didn't get Sui at 90 cents? Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, for days on end. I don't know. Woke up a loss. Anyway, I get, you know, it's okay. You'll get there one day. Lifer gains are the best. Yeah. Thank you for your most valuable asset. Most people will lose in crypto. Sad to say. Shout out to everybody here. I love Jennifer. I love her. I'm so sorry. I feel like sometimes me and her go at it. I don't know what it is. She's probably one of my favorite people, though. So, and she's super loyal to the lifers. So that's the most important thing to me. I care about loyalty more than anything else. Attitude, okay. But as long as you're loyal, man, I got you. I got you. There's always someone to focus on. They can read all your past comments and retract message, gang. Do you think we can pull back to 60 before the jump? Yeah. Much love, Jennifer, said Wes Salvador. God bless you, Wes. You're the man, dude. What a nice dude. We love you, Jennifer. Shout out to Fib Sniper, my man. Love to Jennifer from Caveman. Look at that. And wow, that trade would have still continued to pay. You don't have to get the whole move. You just got to get the move, baby. Right? That looks like it's going to come and print right to my target, 61,000. And we know there's liquidity there. See, I had a cheat sheet, man. I had all that liquidity to the downside. So a lot of the world didn't know that, though. They got locked. They got wrecked. So there's a lot of people that just got stopped out. Wow, now they're building more liquidity down to 61,400. Look at the crazy movement there. Look at price action. Oh, my God. Look at that. That's violent. And honestly, that's a good price for Bitcoin. 62,000 makes me want to scoop up some long-term BTC. All right. Sebi, thanks for that quick scalp short. Blessings, man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Brain teaser. They get... Hey, Sam, what site is this you're trading on? MEXC. If you want to trade where I trade, go to MEXC.com. MEXC.com has the lowest fees in the game. Nobody has lower fees than MEXC. So if you trade like I trade, you're scalping in and out. You're using 30x leverage, all right? You can't be trading. You can't be giving them tons of your money back, all right? And most of these exchanges are going to take so much of your fees, it's going to be almost impossible to make those scalps. Not on MEXC. MEXC makes it all possible with a 0.1 taker fee. If you hold the MEXC token, they cut the fees in half. And their fees are still only 0.2. You can't beat this. I'm telling you right now. It's absolutely beautiful. Sign up to MEXC.com in the link in my description below. All right. If you don't do MEXC, it doesn't work for you. Your jurisdiction's not having it. Jump on into Weeks. We also have a Weeks campaign. Their fees are 1% or 0.01% added on. So they're just very, very light as well. Compared to the rest of the market, they're the best. They work closely with the lifer. They're awesome. Jump on it today. This exclusive airdrop is over. Let's get a new Weeks link, please, team. So I'm not putting out an old airdrop link. If I could, it would be awesome. Because that ended on September 20th. All right. And we don't want to look, But anyway, yeah. Maybe Wex could just make us another, like, campaign link or something. Just ask my man Andy if he can do something. All of my gains are from buying on the days like today. Amen. I thought MEXC got banned. Yeah. Weeks is the best. Yeah, that's why Weeks is the best. Yeah. Weeks is the number one. If you have problems in any state, any city, Canada, New York City, it does not matter. Go to Weeks. There's no hangups with Weeks. You're not going to have to use a VPN or none of that. It's going to be exactly what you need. All right. Thank you for doing that. Some people say, yeah, shut up. I'm sorry, man. I feel bad. I didn't want anyone to get rude. See, I do one thing, and see, now I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to say, man, I really wish I didn't say that. And then Jennifer didn't get upset, and then I'm going to be in my head over what I said, and then I'm going to say, I wish. Oh, man. Being like an announcer person and talking to 1,000 or 2,000 people a day is not easy. All right. And sometimes you're going to like wish you didn't say something, but it's over then once you said it. Yeah. Weeks link pin on the Lifer link. Yeah, if you want to jump into weeks, it's really simple. We pin it right up here. All right. And you can go to cryptolifer.com, which you can sign up to my awesome trading group. This is where I'm up all night. Some nights till 3 in the morning. I'm trading all the strategies that I give you, everything that I see and everything that's happening. I'm giving you an update in the morning, update at night. Sign up to our weekly newsletter, hit consent. We are going to do a new website, and we're going to have to transition too. If you're in the group, you're going to have to sign in and sign out. I greatly apologize for that, but we have to transition, and it is what it is. But we'll go over it all. We'll figure it out, and we'll break it down. People that wanted to hold the whole time, and then it bounces back, right? It's like, that's this game of cat and mouse that they play. That's why I sell like somewhere. I sold like right there, right? But there was more. But you don't have to get the whole move. Just get in and out. I do that 4 or 5 times a day. Remember, it only took me 10 minutes to make the $200. I wasn't in the trade all day long. All right. Remember how many people have to? There's so many more people in the world right now that spent way more time making $200 US. There's other parts of the country, of the world, where they'll make 20 to 30 bucks USD today and be super happy. I just made a week's salary in a third world country. I'm telling you, there's people watching this show right now that an extra $200 would change their life. I'm saying, you don't even I don't think we realize it in America because we've printed our money to the point where we've printed the rest of the world's money to zero. And so due to our inflation, we live a better life than they do. And as we continue to inflate our money, their lifestyle gets worse and worse. And ours gets a little buffer zone there. And so due to inflation is how we kind of stay on top. It's kind of creepy, but it's how our dollar stays stronger than their dollar by inflating their dollar down below ours. That's why when they went to Bretton Woods, it was the perfect system, man. It was so smart. These guys were, I don't approve of it, but I'm just saying they thought it out pretty well of how to trap us in this monetary system. So remember, I show you that Genie Foundation every day if I can, and we talk about it together here on the channel. And I show you how there's different currencies that all went to zero over time. Let's look at Crypto Rank and see what the top trading coins are for the day that they say. SUI still number 1 at 174 with a big market cap at $5 billion, up 9% in 7 days. Wow, Celestia taking a big hit down from 6 to 5. EtherFi, Ethena, Layer I, Optimism, AltLayer, Saga, Near Protocol, Chainlink in the game. Not AI. It's funny, right? I like Chainlink a lot. I got 100 grand in Chainlink. Cetus will also is moving because it's the SUI. So SUI's really got the market on its back the last couple days, right? Hamster Combat came out with the market cap of 300 million, right? That could get bigger. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation on that. Dogs is, everyone talks about it. I don't really care about it. It's not my thing. I think Layer 0 is going to continue to do numbers. I like that. Layer 0 is on my radar. Okay. SCI is on my radar to follow SUI. I see that getting to $1 and then making some big gains and following that move. And grass.io, I would keep doing that. Your airdrop, it's an airdrop you're going to get, but there's things you got to do it. I would keep doing that. I would keep running my grass.io nodes and all that stuff. It can only pay off in the long run, right? Okay, so we hit a quick gain, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for some people are here for just the gains. I get it. But a lot of people are here for the education. Selling SUI. It's so tough to take profits. It really is. Especially when things are kind of bubbling up hard for an asset. Let's delete all our old work here. And let me I'm going to find out. Right now, you're going to watch me make a hard assessment of what I feel about SUI. So SUI had this cup and handle. Technically on the weekly cup and handle. Wick to wick would tell you where you're going. That says you could head all the way to probably 2.61, $2.61 for SUI. Its all-time high was about $3. All right. Where could SUI go? Well, you want to look at Solana. All right. And you want to see the market cap of Solana. $70 billion. All right. Solana just taking a dump with Bitcoin, right? But isn't that funny? Bitcoin does everything. It's just so strange how the market works. It just doesn't. The crypto market to me sometimes is weird. Like, why does every coin go down and why does it's just like, it's monetary M2 money supply really. But so $70 billion. So at $148 a coin, right? And we knew this was at $300. It's all time high with a market cap at, let's see what the market cap was. 92 billion. So about 100 bill. Can SUI get to 100 billion? I think it can definitely get to 50. I think 60 is definitely reasonable. And so then you want to look at SUI and say, well, where is SUI now? And it's sitting at 5 billion almost. So there's a 12x out of SUI, and that tells me a $20, $24 SUI is very likely. And if you got in like we did at 90 cents, you're looking at about a 30x. So it's a good chance I 30x that money. 5 grand turns into $150,000. I mean, that's a down payment on like a $300,000 condo that I could rent out for, you know, 3 grand a month, 2 grand a month here in Sarasota. So a $5,000 investment 2 years from now could be bringing in, paying the mortgage and bringing in maybe $800 a month. I'm just saying, that's how I look at it. I already translate where that money's going to go. I'm going to put it in SUI. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put it into the, having a plan for the gains, having a plan for your money. Real wealthy people are putting a lot of stress on where to put their money. I'm going to give you one quick lesson in wealth. All right. Wealthy person here, person A. All right. Wealth, and then regular person, person B. Both people start at a department store getting $10 an hour. All right. At the end of the week, let's just say this guy has $800. Let's just say, why he worked 8, fine. He has 80 times 5, right? He has $400. This guy has $400. This person says, okay, I'll save. My dad told me to save. I got to save $100, $150. I'm going to go to the bar with my buddies, you know. And, this shirt was a little nicer. I wanted to wear that, so I bought that. And, you know, this guy's like, man, how do I turn this into $4 grand? You know, and he starts researching old cars and all sorts of stuff like that. Or he finds a car that's beat up and he buys it for $200. And then he slowly puts another $200 into it over the course of a few months. And then he resells that car for $800, you know. The point is, the wealthy person is always stressing, a little bit, good stress, but they're always stressing how this money can grow. The difference between me and my family members, my mom, my dad, my sisters, and some of my close friends, is I was always wondering how I could turn more, how I could flip. And it was more about creativity. It was more of like how an ant builds an anthill from small amounts of sand. I just wanted to see what I could create. It was never really about a material want. It was more about an interest in building things and progression of money, you know? And so my mind has always been at how can I flip that? These guys start in the same job, but this man will end up a multimillionaire. This guy will end up maybe worth 100 grand. They both can have a good life. This person always thinks about how to maximize the gain. Thinks about how, you know, here's another example. They both get their 400. There's a nice pair of shoes. Okay. They go on sale only for a week. This guy buys 2. And when they go off sale, he sells the second pair. Maybe he buys them both for $150 and he sells the second pair for $200. He just bought his shoes for $100. This guy just buys 1 pair for $150. Never thinks about the fact that he could creatively buy 2 and resell the second one. My whole life, I was always thinking, not my whole life, but at one point in my life, I was always the guy who said, there's PS2s coming out. You get an access to them before anyone else on the low. You know you can get them and then resell them when no one can get them in Christmas. So you buy 3 of them in October. And then when no one can get them and their son's screaming, crying, you put them on eBay for way more than they should go for, and they pay for the one that you got. You got to have patience, insight, and a little bit of an entrepreneurial thought process. You know, there's people that do number 1 all the time. There's people that never do that are always number 2. Who do you want to be? All right. I'm just kind of giving you guys a lesson in entrepreneurship and wealth management inside of your mind. You may think it's boring. You may want the next coin. You're like, I already know all this. This guy's just yapping. Okay, fine. But there's some young John out here on this stream. There's a kid out here, a girl out here watching this live stream. And they're like, you know what? I got to change my mindset. I got to believe that I can go after it. Look, this is just a tiny 7-minute candle, a blip of the radar. We could do that a few times a day and make a living. But it depends on our perspective. Not everybody can see what we can see in the markets. All right. And you don't have to miss you can miss the first move. You can always get the second one. Look, gap of the VRVP, gap of the VRVP, gap. Play the gaps. All right. I don't have to know where the price is going to make money. I just have to know how to adjust myself right before it moves. You get it? This was a bear flag. I knew when we got near the 21, we would dump. I knew when the Stokes were high, it's not a good look. Right? Now we have some bullish div here that's a bit stronger on the 7-minute time frame. That could create an inverted head and shoulder and stop the pain. I opened the trade right where the move happened. Now we've been flat after a little bit of a bounce. So, all right, now we got to do our due diligence. We got to look at gold. We got to look at the dollar index. The DXY decides to get a bit of a bounce. Why? Well, there was major selling last week. You had bricks, right? Interesting enough, though, the DXY attempting a bit of a double, an Adam and Eve kind of. How it's got this. Even that kind of looks Adam and Eve. Breaking back above the 200 MA here on that 4-hour time frame is also a very bullish sign. All right. Bang. Once it gets above that, I mean, yikes. I don't like seeing that. That's not a good sign. I want to see that get rejected and fall further down again. Let's open up the DXY and look at it all by itself again and reassess the assessment. Clearly out of support. Resistance. Clearly out of support at 98.99. You know, that's psychological. So wow, I didn't see this before, but I see a descending triangle. These break to the downside 68% of the time. It does look like it may get a rally here. Bounce back up. Tight. And then the dump. Could we get a 10-day moment in October where the DXY pumps a little bit and Bitcoin struggles? This looks possible. And this is actually the weekly. So what you'd want to see is this lose the 200 MA on the weekly sooner than later. If this does bounce up, that's going to give you 6 weeks of kind of, I don't know, pain and back and forth movement and price action. Right? So Hex, baby. And on the live stream, I gave you guys the Hex call. My team found it there. I gave you the flag there. Break it out. Showed where we're likely going to go. When it hits the target, I'll call it out, but it's on the way. It's on the way. So DXY, we want to really see it lose this trend line, bearishly retest, and drop down 85. Gold continuing to barrel on. Unbelievable. Look at that. 26,640 all-time highs yet again for gold. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. If you watch me, I had gold like this. Hold on. That's not my gold chart that I usually use, do it? Yeah, TVC. I was about to say I didn't have my drawing. I drew this cup and handle for years on my channel. It was a cup that started on October 11th, and it was a 9-year cup. Then we had the flag. Gold was setting up for this move out of the cup and handle ever since November, October of 2020. You know, and then they print that money to zero. Gold's going to continue to barrel on out. I even gave you this flag for gold and suggested gold would continue up. And we talked about this on the weekly macro analysis. And gold's headed to my target now at 2726. It's only a matter of time, man. That thing is barreling out of control. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. You want to see that slip in a little bit. And so we talked about this, and on the week again on the macro, you got to watch the macro analysis video every week. You're tripping out if you're not watching that. It's really sad because I get 10,000 views in this live stream because people probably just click, they want to see stuff, they look at the timestamps, but they don't want to do the due diligence, actually do the work. But if you do the work and you do the due diligence, I mean, there's a lot to unpack on that macro video. And it called the S&P out. Like, I just go over a system. So it's not me. And oh, look at me. I did it. It's nothing. I go over the math so well. And then the math tends to play out over and over again. I called the S&P out 2 Octobers in a row. We had hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart. Like, I don't know, man. All you guys are trading the NASDAQ all day long. All you had to do was open one trade for 3 weeks and call it a day. You could have got paid for the year, really. But anyway, it's all good. You'll eventually become a macro investor if you make it this far. I swear, once you make 10, 20, 30, 40 mil, you think you're going to sit there and leverage trade for $100 million? You're going to put $1 million of 10x leverage? I mean, if you're addicted to the rush, maybe. I'd rather be out, jet skiing with my kids at that point, working on developing a new product. a new idea, a new business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. As much as I love trading, I'm not a huge fan of leverage trading. I think it's good for what it can be used for, but I think it gets overused, and I think too many people think it's going to be their way out of life. And I think that's the problem. The way out of life is you. Your hard work, your product. Come up with something new. Change the world. Fix something. I felt I fixed something. I watched YouTube for a long time. I could not see a YouTuber open up a live trade. I could not. I watched YouTuber after YouTuber. Every single one of them showed me the trade that had already been opened in their trading group or over here or over there. And I could list them off by name, and I'm not trying to be rude, but they're all the guys that we know, and I respect and love them. But dude, I got so sick of not being able to see a live trade get open that I said, I'm going to be the guy to do it. I said, you know what? I'm so sick of not seeing it. I'm going to start doing it. I'm so sick of analysts saying, hey, there's the pro. Like, show me the money, dude. I called the bottom, but they didn't put a dime in. You know what I mean? Or they were afraid to show it. I bought that Bitcoin at 19K to show to you guys that I had the cojones, the stones, to put my money where my technical analysis was. I think it's more than just doing technical analysis. You got to show up and you got to make it happen. My dad was a realist. He was a grinder. He was a tough man. You couldn't BS my father. He's an iron worker that climbed hundreds of feet in the air for his living. He would crack your skull in a half a second if you know what I mean? He was a brutal man. He did not play games. I'm telling you right now. He was also one of the nicest people you ever meet if you met him halfway and gave him the respect. But if you played games, if you came to my house and you looked down when you shook his hand and you acted kind of strange, he wanted you the heck out of my house immediately. He kicked my sister's boyfriend right out of the house when he said, get out of here, bro. Because the guy didn't know how to look him in the face. He kicked him right out of the room. He said, get the hell away from me. It was crazy. It was so awkward. I was like, I went into the bathroom and started laughing. I have to be honest. I was like, because I couldn't imagine. Like, I was just like, because you know what? I love my dad, and I just couldn't. He put people in their place and did not give a dang. My father, man, he did not care, bro. He had friends with the Hells Angels, friends that were, he had friends all over, man. Right? It sounds like me, Jamie Zeno. He just didn't care, man. Yeah. And you know what? Like, people loved him for it, and people couldn't take him for it. You know what I mean? There was times at my young age that I thought he was like the meanest person in the world. But, now I look back and I'm like, he gave me that was tough love he was giving me. So Bitcoin dominance, if it drops down here, Bitcoin's going to probably, look like Bitcoin's going to come back up. Go sideways here. I see Bitcoin dominance getting a bounce back to the upside. I'd watch my altcoins here. And, dang, bro, you make me wish you knew. Yeah, man, he was cool, bro. He was cool. What SMA to use at TradingView? There are multiple. I use the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, and the 200. It's an SMA ribbon. Just like an EMA ribbon, I use an SMA ribbon. All right. But he just blew it off the sidewalk. I'm watching the guy air blow all the stuff off the sidewalk, but onto my driveway. Is he gonna walk onto the driveway and then air blow it back off onto the side? That's what I want to see now. Well, I just see a pile of garbage all over on my walkway now. I'll let them finish. But I'm like, I hope he's not gonna literally air blow all that onto the driveway and just leave it there. Whatever, man. I'm critical of the guard work because it's so crazy, man. Proton VPN, $10 a month. That's awesome. We confirm the Head and Shoulders. There's a bearish div there that did play out too on Bitcoin dominance. Why are we looking at Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin dominance has a lot to do with where the money will flow into altcoins. All right. Now we want to look at Tether dominance. Okay. Tether dominance. So if Tether dominance comes up on a bit of a tear, so look, we're seeing something strange here. We're seeing Tether dominance want to come back up a little bit. That means people are going to take profits into Tether. Maybe just one more time. Look, I see the inverted cup and handle. I'm not saying it's, but it looks like for the next, I don't know, the first week here in October, we may get a bigger pullback in the altcoin season. All right. And then come on down and head further down, right? Bang. So come to my hood and the honesty will keep you inside if you're not strong. What is the purpose of the SMA, Sammy? 80. Honestly, you probably don't even need the 80. I just use it because I've used it for so long. Yeah. I use NordVPN. Yeah. He's back now. Now he's doing it right. Now he's doing it over. He did it right. He's on point, man. He cleaned the driveway nice. Oh, there's another guy. Now I got 2 air blowers. They're going hard now. So it is, I live in a gated community, and they hire these workers. I feel bad too in the heat, man. They wear long sleeves, long hats. They cover their faces. They look like cartel, like kind of scary because you could tell they probably, you know what I mean? They probably are dudes from, you know, Venezuela and stuff. Who knows? I'm not, you know, but they're all masked up and they're like, but man, they work so hard, bro, in the heat. And they keep this entire community, acres of land, completely, like excellently manicured. Like, and they have to work really 7 days a week because it's so big. They're doing sections at a time. And they do my section every Tuesday, right? So anyway, let's get back to brass tacks here. Someone's like, Bitcoin pump. Bitcoin goes back $100. They call it pump. No, but we do want to see if we can get this bounce. All right. So let's clean up the work and see where we're at now. Actually, hold on. So look, we started with a flag to the downside. Target was about 61.5. We got to 61,800. Seemed like it got front run by whoever wanted to get cheap Bitcoin. Okay. It got bought back on a wick. The 1 hour did turn. But you don't really have strong bullish div. We had hidden bullish div on the 4 hour time frame yesterday, but that's negated. Honestly, you're in this bigger downtrend now. You're below the 200 MA. Let's start fresh again. I'm going to start fresh again because what happens to me is I get so involved in it all, I can't see it. I can't see it anymore. And I get lost in my own head. And I have to reassess, redraw, and start fresh. If I don't, I can't, I miss stuff because it's like too much analyzation inside analyzation. So the weekly bearish engulfing, not good. We can see our next key level is 61.5. We wicked pretty dang close to it. We look like we may test that later on today. 3-day chart, bearish, headed down lower. The stochastics say we're going to dump. If you had to play it, many assets you would say, well, channel trading, you're going to come to the bottom of the channel. Right? So this says you're dropping back down to 55,000. That's what it says. Stokes have all that room to turn. And you've gone up straight. Like you haven't had one red candle in the 3-day chart for 8 candles. I mean, it's unrealistic, right? Like you've almost never did that. You did it here, 3 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles there. That was the most 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight 3-day candles in a row, right? So this comes back down. I'm not lost in the sauce. I'm actually in the sauce. You know what I mean? I'm actually finding the sauce. So, and then the daily. All right. So clean rejection at the top level, you know, obviously. And resistance at 60, you know, we broke back above it, but now there's resistance at 64,000, period. You got to break back above 64,200 to remain bullish. The daily made the rising wedge. The rising wedge broke down. The daily was away from the 21-day moving average. The daily lost the 200 MA. Bearish signs. All right. The 3-day chart has more to go down. So reassessing the situation, and we know things move pretty much like this. It looks like we may get a bounce. 63.6, 58,000, 60,000, right? So it won't move straight down. It'll slowly do its thing. So that's what's likely going to happen here as the daily resets. How would I long? What longs would I look for if I was going to long? All right. I guess you could have scalped that wing, you know, that bounce back on the wick, but come on, it's a little much. All right. So let's take a look here. What I'm doing right now is I'm feeding my brain information. My brain has seen this for 16 years. Eventually, it's going to equate it to something it's seen before or something it's never seen, which is very rare. Because I've seen, you know, eventually you kind of, over in the 14 years of doing this, you will see many repeats. All right. But every once in a while, you'll see something that is just really awkward from what you've seen before. Like, this is a bit strange. All right. Just the pattern in and of itself is a bit awkward. Sometimes things come to me beforehand. So like, that's why I projected that what makes the most sense is that if you get a bounce here and make this ascending triangle, that would make it would look more like what I've seen. Otherwise, what we're looking here is we got the bounce back up, but it's kind of lackluster. Like, it doesn't do a lot, right? You got to flip 64,000. So I'll move to 63, all that stuff doesn't really matter to me. It's all play. It's all charades. You got to break back above 63,000 for it to be a real move, right? So here's the deal. If this is going to revert, that's the shoulder. This could be somewhat of the head, and then it makes the right shoulder, and it does break on out of here. I see this kind of as a shoulder, shoulder, head, maybe shoulder, shoulder, and we break further down. Do I long or short? Honestly, I don't. The more liquidity is to the downside, period. All right? That's where it all is right now. So BOOKMAP says we go lower. So now we have to find a way for the technical analysis to make a probability call that's going to make it make more sense for me to take the gain. All right. Because of the market structure change, a higher low would make more sense than the bottom of the channel. Yeah. Currently reviewing the market. Yeah. Going to the 200 on the 3 hour. That's a good point. Let's see that. Well, it looks like it wicked pretty close to it. So there, I mean, yeah. So look, it lost the 200 on the, so here's, yeah. So you lost the 200 on the 1 hour, which means you were coming to the 200 on the 2 hour, which means you came to it on the 3 hour, but we were already below, yeah. And then the 4 hour time frame. So yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like you're coming down to the 4 hour. If I had to make a guess, this is what's likely going to happen. Come up, come back down again. We retest the 4 hour at 61,350. We fill that liquidity. And if we lose the 4 hour 200 MA, I will open up a short and take it down to 54 or to 57. If we bounce up off of it, we'll look for the flag on the 15, the 1 minute break in the 200, and we'll take the long. I know exactly what to do depending on it. I have a game plan. And again, you'll have a game plan. It's trading isn't I'll do this no matter what. It's I'll do this if this happens. I'll do that if that happens. Right? And there's heavy volatility in the market. Look at this. This could be a beautiful bounce back to the upside here. And now you look for the 1 minute to break a 200. If the 1 minute breaks the 200 MA, I have myself a reversal trade here. Now I go back over. I do this all day long, everyone. It's absolutely insane. I short, I long, I long, I short. I take advantage of what the market gives me. We were here yesterday. We did this yesterday afternoon. Remember? The 21, the 200, and the SMA. It's the same game again. We have the 200 SMA, we have the 200 SMMA, we have the 21. We're going to want to get above both of these and take the smooth moving average with us. That's going to be the key. If we can get above the moving average and the smooth and take the 21 with us, it's going to be a higher probability of a play to the upside. This is how you use moving averages to your advantage. Okay? Again, breaking above a moving average is so key. You would not believe the movement that comes. So our resistance is hanging at 63,050. We flip this. So what I do is I prepare for the trade. I don't take the trade yet. Some people see me do this. They just run into the trade. Maybe they don't. I don't know what they do because I'm not at your computer, but I would assume some people are very impulsive. So I was many times in my life. I still am in some aspects. I'm working on it all the time. And my scalp is done 30% on a low leverage in 10 minutes. Amen. Lessons for a lifetime. Yeah. Which indicates lower prices for sure. I don't think you could trade gold on WEX. On We Electric Dream. What the heck is he talking about? On WEX Electric Dream. Yeah, I don't think so too. You could trade PAXG though, which, you know what I mean? Which is a gold pegged stable coin, which is the price of gold. Do they have it on We? They might have it. But if you want, you trade PAXG. All right, USDT. They got it on MEXC. That's basically trading gold. So if you want to trade gold, you just trade PAXG. It's a cryptocurrency pegged to the price of gold. And there it is on MEXC. You could have been trading gold the whole time. All right. This is why I love having the 400 MA on. When I'm on the 1 hour, I can see the 200 from the 2 hour, and the 400 is the 2. Why don't you just switch to the right time frame, man, and stop playing games, though? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why you wouldn't just use the 200 and stay on it. I burned my account because of impulsiveness today. Still here learning, though. God bless you, man. Hey, I really appreciate you coming out and telling people that. That's good for you, man. Tell everyone that you burned it up. You did the wrong thing. You were impulsive. And you made a really bad mistake. You're not going to do it again. All right? Join my trading group, man. I'm telling you, like, I can't give you all the information. I have it all waiting for you, and you can access it. But I can't force you, man. Do whatever makes you happy. That 99, you'll remember for the rest of your life. I remember Trading in the Zone. Are there any other books worth a read? Thanks. No, Trading in the Zone is all you need. Yeah. Being honest is huge. Awesome to see. Yeah. And my 4th month, really excited to keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate that. PAXG is gold. Exactly. I just said that. I don't know if you're saying it or not. I don't know how you're saying that. Like, it's gold, baby, gold. I trade without a stop loss to know how much pips in loss to stop the trade. Hey, that's up to you, man. I don't do that. Jamie, you see this? He said Wix withdrawal function still under maintenance, aka suspended. Is that true? Let's verify that. And find out what's going on. Let's get an answer immediately. Like, that's, it's pretty weird. I don't want to represent anything that's having problems with withdrawals. Yeah. We'll be on that right away for you. But I mean, you're the only person saying that, which makes me think, like, I don't know. It's 99 a month. It's a reoccurring process. I don't stop. I'm here every single day. All right. Honestly, that would not be sustainable to me. Charge $99 a month and make like $2,000 a year to you know what I mean? To dedicate my entire life to it. I have to have some motivation for that. Money does motivate you a little bit. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get me motivated to wake up in the morning. And like, I love helping people, but I'm also a businessman, man. I'm motivated by business. I'm never going to say I'm not an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is what keeps me going. I like giving a service for money. I like selling something. I like the whole process of, it's under review in Korea right now. That's all. Yeah. So that's just you. It's your Korean people, but it's fine around the world, man. Yeah. You only do this for money. If I only did it for money, then it's not true, because money doesn't make you feel good. You know what I mean? It doesn't. But making someone feel good makes you feel good. So there's many days here where I've done the channel and I know if someone offered me 50 grand today not to go on the live stream, I definitely wouldn't take it. If someone said, I'll give you $50,000 not to go live today, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't take that money. I'd say, no, I want to do what I would like to go live because I love to do what I want to do what I want to do. I don't want 50 grand. I want my live stream. I want 50 grand if I can get it all, then fine, but don't, So that's how I know I don't do this for money, because if you paid me not to do it, there's no way I would take the money. I would still show up. I'm addicted to showing up. I love that I have something consistent. See, having something consistent is having money. That's what people don't realize. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys. If you have discipline and focus, you're going to be rich for the rest of your life. 90% of people aren't disciplined and focused. And money flows to the people that have the most discipline and focus, because it's not going to go to the people that are lazy. So where does the money going to go? It's just like water. Water flows to the bottom point. Money flows to the people that work the hardest. Start working an extra day a week and you'll see your account go up. Look at all the people that are great in an industry. You want to take over an industry? Go watch it. Like I just said, if I was going to do a pizza parlor, I'd study all the pizza parlors in my neighborhood. I'd see that they close at 11. I'd see if there's a city order, blah, blah, blah. I'd stay open till 12. You see? I put an extra hour in. I'd see that they only deliver to the 5-mile radius. I deliver an 8-mile radius. I would do everything I could to take their businesses out. I would work my butt off until they didn't have as much market share as me. I would get the market share. I don't care what I had to do. I would work my way up as long as it was just and ethical. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. Is it smart business to advise? Take 50K and yourselves will understand and respect you for it. Double up the next day. That's what you don't realize, though. He goes, that's not a smart business. Take the 50K. No, see, that's what you don't realize. Because the 50K would make me realize that I could be bought and sold. And then I would lose who I was. And so, see, for you, the money's worth it to you. See, let's read this statement. He goes, smart business advised, take the 50K and the subs would understand and respect you for it. And double up the next day. No. You gotta have something you stand for in life. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, man. I firmly believe that. You know, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for anything. And so you gotta have, you know. Diddy has the same lawyer representing Sam Bankman-Fried. I know, right? So crazy. Sammy, you're like, oh yeah, thank you. Will you open another trade on BTC? I signed up with iTrust Capital. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Shout out to our channel sponsors, iTrust Capital. The best place to get yourself ready for retirement. They'll hold your cryptocurrency, you know, and you shouldn't have to worry. They're redundancy. They're regulated. They're not like all these other random exchanges. And you can buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free for, you know, I mean, it's awesome until you decide to take the taxes out, right? Depending on how you want to defer. But this is awesome, man. No other place helps you prepare for your retirement with Bitcoin and gold and silver in the way they do. iTrust Capital. That's why I work with them. That's why they sponsor my channel. And I wouldn't work with anyone that I didn't think was the best. They're the best. Houdini swap. I told you they were going to 700. Now they're at 705. Continuing to go up to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here with Houdini swap. All right. Houdini swap does sponsor the channel. You can swap between 4,000 tokens across multiple chains. For instance, if you had a hit big gain in Sui, but then you want to get into a Sol meme, you can go right from Sui to Sol in 2 seconds. Wallet to wallet, no problems, no questions asked, everything ready right where you need it. All right. You can also do it privately, and they're the best compliant privacy in the space. Last but not least, to Crypto.tax, the best place to do your taxes. Schedule a free consultation today. Streamline your crypto and DeFi taxes with their cutting-edge software. I know the owner. He's a good friend of mine, Ernest. He has a Bored Ape. He knows way more about crypto than your average accountant. Find out more today at Decrypted.tax. All right. Going to take a leap of faith to join the trading group. Do it, man. See what happens, bro. You know. I'll take 2 chicken, yeah. Took a big L today. Wish I could tap into your brain for 5 minutes to figure out the next move. We keep pushing and learning. Hey, man, I'm sorry that you took an L. But you know what? I've taken many a big L in my life. I really have. My mom died in front of me. That was the biggest L I could have ever had. That's bigger than any loss any one of you have taken. And some of you may even take, you know, my mom died in front of me while she was talking to me. Like, that's when I learned, like, life's L's are the biggest, man. You know? Like, that's an L and a half. Right? So today's Tuesday. They dumped everybody. We're waiting on this possible long trade here. You see how long I wait for my setups? You see, I know exactly when I'm going to trade and how. I wait for it to occur, and I take it if it occurs. You see the patience here and the discipline that I'm showing you? It's extreme. Okay? Most people don't have it, so the market makers can take... See, do you understand? I'm trying to... You have the boys up at top, the market makers and the billionaires, right? And then you have all of retail down here. Retail is still struggling mentally and emotionally to find out who they are, to figure out where they want to be. They're the people easily manipulated. They're the people that you can get them to work for someone else for longer periods of time. They have lower self-esteem. Their emotions are up and down. They're usually on more drugs or alcohol, like, right? And so they're coming down into this pit of people, the market maker, and they're making you do all sorts of crazy things by messing with your emotions and your discipline. And you're losing, you're getting wrecked and rocked. And so the most people, and then that's what they say, 99% of traders lose money, because 99% of traders are not focused and disciplined. They don't wait patiently for the setup. They don't have it all ready to go. They don't sit and really plan it out. They don't spend years mapping out a system that takes them 2 to 3 years to figure out, 2 to 3 years to find my models. 1,080 days, 1,095 days, really, right? 365 times 3 if you keep the leap year out. And so, dude, if you're not ready to dedicate 1,000 days, then we're going to outtrade you. I don't care how quick you think you are with your fast indicator or what you know, your emotions are going to get the best of you one day. Because your indicator could be better than mine. You could be a better technical analyst than me, but you don't have control over your emotions like I do. You know, that's what you don't have, because you haven't been in as many trades as me. You haven't challenged yourself. You haven't had half your net worth in an entire run to see what could happen. I put everything I owned into Bitcoin at one point. It was either going to lose or I was going to win. That was it. And you know what? I came out on top. Yeah, I don't advise that again, but I did it. I had no other choice. I couldn't buy classic cars. I couldn't buy fine art. Any stock didn't look like it could do what Bitcoin could do and defy the entire financial system. And so once I got all my data and my ducks in a row, I went all in on Bitcoin. Between $500 and $1,000, everything I had, man. Yeah. Sam, you're an inspiration to everyone. Amen. Yeah. You're an inspiration to me. Without education, you will never be free. You can only exit your prison after you can comprehend the extent of the cell you lived in. Amen. Yeah. So we're watching this flag here, a bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder. We called this long to the downside. They recovered it back up pretty fast. I did not buy into the recovery. There's no guarantees it was going to be like that. My model is to play the break of the 200 on the 1 minute. If we get that, I will take that trade. I have the trade set up beforehand. It's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. Take profit is going to be 65,274. This looks unlikely. We have way more liquidity to the downside. But hey, I'll trade that model no matter what I think, because what I think does not matter. All right. And 176. And price will have to come to where it's going to go at the 1 point, right? Take the trade now. It's a 7-to-1 risk reward ratio. 62,555 and 65,274. Why does that say 7-to-1? Hold on 1 second. No, 272. That's right. Yeah. No, 62,255. Yeah, I have that. No, 555. I was about to say the numbers didn't add up, and I couldn't figure it out what was going on. See the difference between a 5 and a 2. Change your whole life there. That's why you demo trade, because you might make that mistake one day, and it could affect you heavily. And I'd rather you do that 50 to 60 to 100 times in a demo account, understanding where you're coming from. Now, the old me, before I got into the 200, I would take this trade every time right now. I would take this trade because I didn't understand how powerful the 200 was, and I would just trade this flag. I do know we can get rejected very easily by this 200 MA. If I jump into this, I'm front running the 200 MA. If I lose the trade, there's a good chance but that is a beautiful flag. The Stokes are turning nicely. RSI is turning nicely. Many times that is a boom. And I could miss this little pump. I get it, but that's okay. That's okay. I want to see us get above that 200 MA here on that 1 minute time frame and continue on up here to 63,700. You can learn everything from the live and the groups. I believe that. Yeah. Bitcoin have a CME gap at 65 and 54K. Which one would hit first? Who cares, man? What a waste of time. Right? What a waste of time. My humble opinion. Because if we break the 200 MA on the daily or the 4 hour, then we'll go lower. You know what I mean? And then we'll hit it and we'll close the gap. If we don't, we'll go higher. So what does it matter? None of that stuff matters to me. The charts make the most sense. Wow, DIA on a massive tear. Funny, someone was in that like the other day at the guy at the car wash, the oil change spot. And look, I had this as a double bottom for you. It hit the target too. 139% on DIA. Look at that thing. Beautiful move to the upside. Look at that. Look at that. I had it right there. I don't know when I did this, but I did it. It's got to be on timestamp. If my team can find it, I'll look for it here. Bon dia, funny. Sir, kindly tell Bitcoin going down from 61.5 or moving up to 70K. You can live by the gain and die by the liquidity, right? Yeah. Your team can find it. I know they will. They're on point, man. Sean, did I put a DIA out? Did I put a timestamp for DIA? Well, let's look at it. I mean, I had to put it out somewhere here. It wasn't that long ago, like the 21st. Oh, this is the 3-day chart, so it could have been somewhere, right? But I didn't draw this after the fact. Like, I have this drawn, and somehow I nailed it. But I just want to say, it had to have been 6 days ago, right? 1, 2, had to have been like a week ago. Someone said weeks had withdrawal problems. Anyone confirm? It's not true. No, only in Korea. Yeah. Only in Korea. Yeah. I'm able to withdraw every night, so I don't have a problem. Yeah. So I don't know what caused this to pump so hard. DIA. I always got this thing like confused with the stable coin, like DEI or I don't know why. I was always like, you know. Wow, DIA pumping hard today. Decentralized Information Asset is an open source Oracle platform that enables market actors to source, supply, and share trustable data. DIA seems to be an ecosystem for open financial data in a financial smart contract ecosystem to bring together data analysts, data providers, and data users. In general, DIA provides a reliable and verifiable bridge between off-chain data and various sources and on-chain smart contracts that can be used to build a variety of financial dApps. Currently based ERC20. It's funny why people still use ERC20. It's like kind of like, I guess because it's so easy, but I don't know, man. Today on my radar, DIA Woo. Woo's up today too? No. 12-hour live memory when you reach 100,000 subs. Why does everyone always do that? Can you show your 5MA settings? Just misclicked and deleted it. I showed it the other day on the live. Just go back to that live and click on the link, man. Remember? Like, it's all documented out there, man. It's also inside the trading group. Just join the trading group. Yeah, actually, I remember this now. Someone asked us about it. It looked good. And then I did the charts on it. And I said, man, it looks like it double bottomed and it could pump to the upside. I had no idea it was going to do that, though, in 6 days and hit the exact target of 139% gains. I had the stop loss and everything. So that means I put this trade out. All right. And let's look at here. So here, you were watching the show. Watch this. Watch this. Your bottom and likely to head higher. It's in a huge cup and handle, right? So I like what I'm seeing here for DIA. So the cup and handle could break back above this key level 45. Head all the way to 72. Possibly up to 92. Shout out to Abe. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Whatever you guys want to say, you could still probably do 10 years of your life if you can, if you want. It's up to you. You do whatever you want. You know, I know the truth, but it doesn't stop it from your life getting infringed horribly. You got to choose your battles at the right and right time, depending on, you know, the heck am I talking about? Huh? Talk with God. God teaches you when and how to deal with your enemies at the. I mean, look at that though. Like, I gave you the stop loss. I talked about it. When I put my, you see, if I show something on the screen, I'm not going to show something on the screen because every time I show something on the screen, it represents me and it shows everything about my TA, right? Thank you, Sean, for finding that. I don't know. You're unbelievable. Like, and send that to the Gains Factory. You can even take a screenshot of my chart right now. You wouldn't even need. See, I'm teaching you how to be as amazing as you can be. You could take a screenshot of this right now. You didn't even need me to post a link right now. Look, take a screenshot. I'll leave it there for a second. I could even not even leave it there. You could pause the screen, take a screenshot of that, and you could use that in the gains. You can be super smart about this, man. You don't need to wait for me to post links. You can take gains. You can take screenshots. Go get ShareX. Go like this. Bang, nailed it. Just like I just did right now. Look, and I just said gains. 139% too. Unbelievable. DIA on the Sammy Cup and Handy, man. I can't believe it went straight up to the target. I find that uncannily strange. Anyway, right? Bang, bang, bang. So, yeah. 10 lives ago, do people see how long it takes? Patience. Amen, right? Right? That took days to make 139%. 10 days. Everyone thinks they're going to make gains immediately. Like the next day, like, how come I'm not up? How come I didn't double yet? It's like, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Whale's watching your live stream on the low. Sometimes. Algorand looks a lot like DIA, does it not? Cup and handle. Algorand looks just like DIA. I have to be honest. It's about to crack the 200 MA on that 3-day chart. I wouldn't touch it till it breaks the 200 MA on the daily, though. But this looks very similar to DIA. Is it going to go on a massive tear all the way up? Algorand's a lot bigger and tends not to pump as awesome. You know, it's a bit boring. I'll be honest. I own Algorand. It hasn't been fun. It's been a tough journey to hold Algo. I also think the CEO is kind of a strange people. I don't know. I'm not with the whole team. I mean, it's not my thing. You know, if you're about it, no offense to you, it's just not my thing. All right. Bit of a cup and handle here. And it could also go to possibly, I don't know, 37 cents would be the target for Algo. I'm calling a bottom. I don't see how Algo goes lower than 10 cents. So I'm calling the bottom for Algo right there. Right. Yeah. Someone said, please do alpaca. I'll take a look at alpaca. But if you want me to go over a coin, do a deep dive, please send a super chat. It would be the nicest thing you could do. Alpaca, I don't know what it is. Alpaca Finance, we traded it on and off. Seems like it's making its rounded bottom. I would say that's its bottom. Like, it's definitely bottom. I don't see it going any lower than that. But at the same time, I'm not going to play this. Same scenario. Wait for it to break above the 200 MA on the daily. Put a stop loss below and see if you can ride it. But dang, you know. Yeah. Let me take a look at the fan funding here. Shout out to everybody here. Only $12 in chat revenue, one of the lighter days ever, but that's okay. That's fine. I appreciate all that you give, and it's very nice that you do that. Can we check DI in the daily? We took a look at that. Happy 99 member, Little Cash here. Are they crypto worth swapping Bitcoin for besides Sol? One alt season, waiting for Bitcoin pump. I need a list. Thank you. Join the trading group, Minsky. All that stuff. I gave you the list of the trading group. We're talking about all that stuff. It doesn't really go on here. Yeah, that goes on inside the trading group. Blockdog layer 1 project. I don't know. You're already calling it something. I'd rather not even look at it. I'll look at it alone and then reassess. And if I see something amazing. But shout out to Greatness. Shout out to Binsky. Shout out to Joker NYC and everybody that gave here on the channel. If you gave to this channel, it's definitely going to come back to you 10 times fold. All right. Bitcoin ready to attack the 1 minute. Don't miss it. And I'm all about neatness. Like, sometimes I have to just like recreate how I'm looking at everything. I can even just go to 63,873 and not have to go for the big one. But it's all about when we break that 200. And we clear have resistance at 62.8. All right, so here it is. This is the line in the sand. I mean, we can hit this and dump hard. 131 for 383. 111 for 404. This is the trade I'm looking to take here. If it plays out, I'm going to take it. If you're in the trading group, I'll post if I take the trade or not. All right? It's all about the crack of the 200 MA. We're getting very close to it. This is how the days recover. They do the same thing every day, everyone. They dump the price. They create a divergence. They go up. They cross the 200, and that's usually the beginning of a big pump. Sometimes they fake it, but it's less likely. Okay. All right. Hey, Lifer, thanks for all you do. Could you check out Brett? If you send in a super chat, I would, yeah. But if not, no. Sorry. This show's ending, man. It's 12:10. So I'm getting towards the end of my run. Yeah. And shout out to everybody here on the live. I mean, there is no liquidity up there, but that doesn't mean it can't go there. All right. I don't trade liquidity 100%. I put more stock on my technical analysis. But if this brings in liquidity, then I'm like, well, it's a good chance. All right. Shout out to everyone that kicked it with me on the stream. Can we get to 1,000 likes, please? I've talked about this every single show, how the like button helps you become rich because it helps your bag become more well-known because everyone is fighting for more information on YouTube. There's people doing BMX. There's people doing fighting. The more you guys hit the like button, the more my stream will get sent and the more people will know about cryptocurrency. You might be holding a coin that I talked about today. By hitting the like button, you're helping your own bag. So like, please don't make me beg for the like button. It doesn't make sense that you don't hit the like button. It doesn't make any sense. I say this every single day. It has nothing to do with me. If you own crypto and you would like more to be rich, like if everyone here wants to be a millionaire, which I'm pretty sure, or add to more of the millions that they already have, hit the like button. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Even if you hated me and didn't like me, my stream would promote cryptocurrency, would promote that you own it. We know you like crypto because you're watching a show that says Crypto Lifer. And we know you like trading. So we've determined through the algorithm that you should be hitting the like button. Mentally, it's already been determined. So not hitting the like button doesn't make any sense. So if you care about your bags, if you want to become a multimillionaire, you hit the like button because it helps more people know about cryptocurrency. How does a stock make money? Any stock in the world. If 10 people know about a stock, can you make a lot of money on it? No. So everyone always says it's pumping up manipulation, but at the end of the day, if you don't know about something, it can't get big. If there was a company out there and no one knew about it, it can't blow up. The stock price can't pump if nobody knows about it. So by you hitting the like button, you're pumping your own bags. Understand? It's logical sense, right? I talk about cryptocurrency. I'm one of the people that shows up every single day for crypto. All these videos out in crypto grab market share from the bigger market share of everything out there. And the more of the everything people that are new get grabbed up by the algorithm of YouTube, the more they're going to find out about your bags, the more they're going to actually buy your coin, and the more that your coin will go up in value. So if we have 1,600 people here, we should have 1,600 likes. If we have 1,500 people here, we should always have the equivalent of the people here because it wouldn't make any other sense any other way. I see this as a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. I want to front run the break of the 200 MA, which I normally don't. But this looks like it's likely going to pop. However, every time I front run that, it can be ugly, right? Because it'll hit it, it'll get rejected, and I'll lose the trade. And I know that I should have waited till we broke. So I front run it 1 out of every 30 times. It's very rare. I may do it right now, but it's rare. Anyway, I don't even know how it's 12:12, and we put in an extra time here on the stream. Remember, it's not, and I even gave you a live trade today that made gains. So like, we did it all on this channel today. It was great. Thank you so much for that. Shout out to the new subscriber. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. And a new super chat here on the channel. Let's take a look at the super chat. I thought it was a subscriber. It seems like it was a super chat. All right. Hey, boss, can you look at FALX? They just partnered with a big hedge fund. You heard your opinion on the chart. Thank you. Shout out to Fast Easy Cash 8835 for the Canadian 88. God bless you, brother. Check zero, 11 million pumped. That's crazy. ICP, please, from Aura Lee. God bless Aura Lee. We'll look at SHIB, FALX, and ICP. Wow, the show, you guys never want the show to end. I like it. I like it. Let's live stream till 3 o'clock today. My wife will be so happy. She doesn't like when I go over the live. She wants me back in the house. She's like, I'm somewhere else during this time. I want to get them back. Right? SHIB had a beautiful pump, but it got rejected by what? The 200 MA. Right? So important you close a daily candle above it. If you don't close above it, you have some problems. We did not close a candle above the 200. Then we had to go back to where? What? The 21. This is what happens. Then you make the what? The cup and handle. Then you break on to the upside. Pull a Fibonacci. Look for your 618 golden pocket retracement or 786 wick. And that's what I see happening for SHIB. Shoulder, chubby head, shoulder to the upside. All right. Right. Thanks, Sam. Yeah. Shout out to Netch. God bless you, Netch. We appreciate you. God, man, I love you, man. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Let's take a look at FALX. FALX actually has my radar. Falcon X, right? Good decentralized exchange. I put it out here to the trading group, looking like it could break to the upside, and I hit my first target for gains, and the stop loss would have been below here, so you never got stopped out of this. And so it hit for a nice 18% and then kind of went sideways. Doesn't have a lot of volume on MEXC because you can see the candles aren't thick. It always tells me to be a little wary and a little careful, or to trade bigger time frame. FALX is making this giant symmetrical triangle. You would think because they're at the bottoms, they're more likely to break to the upside. Resistance definitely there at that $8,000 low, 0.008,000. But yeah, I see FALX making a move. And there are good decks that can get some liquidity, and boom. That's crazy. Yesterday, this was up here. Can you move things? It's weird. Yesterday, the pin, they had moved it on me. I don't know why. It's crazy. 2 days we do our weekly screen share. I feel like we just did it. I mean, we did do it Friday, but the weeks are just flying by. Like day by day by day by day by day by day. FALX looks very interesting to me. Now, when I don't want to get into a coin, but I like the setup, I use an alert. I put a vertical line and I right-click the alert. I've never seen anyone do alerts like me. I also like to put alerts on the stochastics RSI. All right. Never seen anybody do that as well. All right. Daily dose of inspiration. I'm a junkie. Amen. I mean, anytime soon. Can Bitcoin grow to 64K? I don't know why people ask these funny questions. How old are you guys? You guys are funny, man. Bitcoin to grow? 11K? Bitcoin to 65 today? I'm always like, what? Who are these people? Like, FALX, USDT. I set an alert on it as it gets closer and closer to the, the tip of the triangle. I mean, nobody gives live trades, man. Nobody. I'm like, nobody does it. Nobody goes in and out. I've seen some people maybe enter, but very rarely do you see someone go in and out multiple times in a 2-hour stream. I've never seen it. Yeah, maybe it's out there, but I don't know who does it. You guys know who does it? Patrick Whelan, does he do it? Does he go in and out for real? Who goes in and out for real, like on live stream? I want to know. Right? Tom Crown goes in and out for real? He said that's not true. I know. That's why I'm asking you to tell me who goes in and out for real. I've never seen Jason Casper go in and out, though. I've watched Jason Casper thousands, like a good 30 times, and I always see his trade already open. I see him do it, not every day, though. I don't see CryptoFace go in and out. I see him have a live trade open the whole time. Yeah, I don't see Jason Casper go in and out, man. When have you seen Jason Casper go in and out? He does? Okay. I don't watch him enough, I guess. Not in crypto, but in stocks and options. Yeah, so Jason might go in and out. I go in and out. CF do swing trades. Yeah, I see them doing swing trades. I don't see them going in and out. Yeah, Casper opens live. I like to hear that. A great way to stay in touch. I don't watch no one else, so I ain't gonna know ish about them whack ones. You're funny, man. It's still rare, like it's basically, yeah, it's us three. It's like Tom, Crown, me, and Jason. Yeah, that's it. There's no one else. Yeah. You are right. You know, it's just you that shows exits on trades. Yeah. You're the only one I know go in and out daily. Yeah. Jason's a nice man. He's a good dude. They go in and out less than you do, but they trade crazy margins, so they are picky. Again, yeah, 100%. Yeah. CryptoFace is the man. He's my good friend. Flag broken. That's what happened, right? Yep. But it turns into a downward trending flag, but still, now it's like, once that trend line, you know, once you get this nice 45-degree trend line and you break it, it's usually a bear sign, you know. And then the 21 curves, you don't want to see the 21 curving. Not a great sign either. Looks like a rollover. Could be kind of like, you know, a dump here. Bart Simpson its way right back down to 62,000. Gang, good. See, that's why I did not. See, I learned my lesson. I used to front run this and lose the trade a lot. I don't front run anywhere. Yeah. No, Jason's the man. Yeah. Anyway, we compare ourselves to ourselves from yesterday, not to anybody else. But look, there it is. There's that dumpage. One, it's kind of an M pattern. It's hard to see, but it's got an M, and then it wants to dump down. Bitcoin looking, you know, struggling, looking bearish today. Not looking great. Does it take out this previous low? I'll reassess with a video later on. Let me take a look at ICP for Orally before I jump on out of here. Long stream today, all the way to 12:20. For whatever reason. I got guests coming over too. Jason's amazing. Tom is amazing. They're both really good people. I know them, you know. I met Tom numerous times. I only seen Jason like we've had a live stream together though. He seems like a wonderful person. I don't know anything about him personally. I know a little more about like, because you get to know someone when you're really around them for a while, like physically around them. So I know more about Tom Crown. I know more about CryptoFace. But they all three seem like lovely, beautiful people, man. They really do. And I'm blessed to know them and be a part of the community. Yeah. These people are crazy. I see people trading every day. Okay, cool. I just wanted to know who they were so I could watch them too. That's all. I wasn't trying to say, yeah. Are all traders crazy? We're all crazy. Yeah, for sure. Jason loves you, man. Freestyle's about you, man. He's the man. So ICP, all right. You can clearly see that ICP has a strong resistance at 1028. Once it breaks 1028, it also breaks the daily 200 MA. So my thing is this: if you believe in cryptocurrency and you believe we're in a run, then anywhere in this range between 650 and 950 should be accumulation, right? You're forming that rounded bottom. Rounded bottom paid the bills, and once that accumulation breaks, you're going to crack the 200, crack the 10, and then bang, $25. So that's how you 4x, 8 to 3x. 8 to 25, right? There's a 3x in there, about a little under, but yeah, that can happen. And but you have to have conviction and you have to be able to buy when people aren't really feeling it. But I definitely see this breaking out. Like I believe this is what's likely going to happen based on my years of watching technical analysis. And this is what I believe. So it's not the TA, but it's going to go sideways a little longer, eventually crack 10 and the 200 MA, go to this high volume node, right? Maybe get a little rejection, flag out, get above that, use that as support, and then boom, cracks the high, and then I don't see how it doesn't go to 25. So I'm bullish on ICP, and I do see it doing about a 3x from where it's at today. And if it goes anywhere below $8, that would have to be a steal. I don't buy it. I think there's other things. I'm more into buying Casper and some other stuff. And yeah. Flop and Groper's the man. They do trade, but they don't open it live like Lifer does. They're already in a trade when the stream starts. We need a freestyle battle. We'll do it, man. Check Arrow Pump, please. And I talked about Zero many, many times. I went over the fact that I really liked Zero. Zero looked different. That's not Zero Lend. Hold on. ZRO, not Zero. ZRO. Funny, right? So crazy how you can get layer 0. Wow, it actually did hit that. What do you mean it pumped up huge today? Oh, look at the Zero pump. You actually want me to look at Zero? Come on, man. Get out of here, bro. I'm sorry. Like, if I go there and I see a market cap of like 80 grand, I'm gonna laugh, man. Don't make me laugh at you now. All right. It was Zero Lend. Is that what it was? So if market cap's 8 million. Look at this. The volume was $96,000. Like, Bybit fine, 1.4 mil. I get it, but I don't know, man. So you were talking about Zero Lend, right? I mean, that was a wick too. I don't know, man. I'm not looking at this stuff. Okay. Traders versus trade 5 days a week, but they kind of all over the place. Interesting. My money is on Lifer for a rap battle. He will be considered as the underdog, so more gains for betting. You guys, this is the funniest thing. I am a rapper. I was like a professional rapper. I don't think people realize that. Like, I have an album on like I actually was in freestyle battles for a long time. Like, I was in professional freestyle battles. Like, I did it for a living. I did, man. I wrote hundreds of rap songs to the point of no return. I'm on Spotify with an album with 14 tracks. Like, I was a hip hop artist for like 20 years of my life. That's all I did was hip hop. Okay. And then everyone's like, rap battle. You're not, because I started wearing a suit and tie and started looking like a nerd. People decided that's who I was. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, I was in it for a long time. All right. No joke. If I play this, I'll get a copyright infringement immediately. So I can't do it. I didn't whitelist this channel yet the right way. I had my New Mind Records, man. I got my own label. Anyway, what?
We have a meeting at 1 and breakfast is almost ready.
Breakfast?
Lunch.
Is that your twin brother? Show a picture. I'm not going to lie. Is it cool freestyle? Cool. You guys are funny, man. I'll be honest. I heard him freestyle a few times. It sounded very, very, very remedial. Like, it was like he put long and song, and like there's not a lot of double entendres. Like, it wasn't like, you know, like, I'll give you a rap real quick. I got as many problems as stars in the sky, but this love lost makes my heart wonder why. At 19th and 8th, he had a pot with a sigh. Yesterday's street seller, just a cart with no guy. I felt deep emotion when you started to cry. I walked away and saw the clouds part in the sky. The sun blinded me like a dart in my eye, but it gave me inspiration to spit the sawdust supply. Cause missing you is what's so hard to deny. And kissing you'd always just started my fly. And lately I'm edgy like glass shards of the pie, but I gotta keep on moving like them cars going by. Plus I cover ground near and far to the sky. I had first and 10, but by a yard you were shy. To cope, I smoke out the sketch out and get high. You'll be educated when these 16 balls multiply. Blah, blah. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you. I'll kick it with you guys later on today inside the trading group. God bless each and every one of you for being here. And I'll catch you guys. Every time I spit, everyone's like, this is my exit. It's weird. Like, they hate on me. But I rap for a long, long time in my life. So it was a part of me. It's a part of me. If you hate on me and walk away from my live stream because I learned how to put long, linguistics together, I don't know what that makes you. So I think that's kind of strange. But there's always someone that writes this like this. Let me call this clown out. And I'm going to call him out. He goes, this is my exit. You know what? Here's your exit too. Never come back for TA again for the rest of your life. Peace out, bro. I don't like anyone that's negative to me, man. I really don't. Ever since my mom and dad died, I protect myself. Like, I feel like I don't have my parents there to, like, you know what I mean? It's something weird about it. So every time someone's nasty to me, I immediately remove them. I just don't want nasty people near me for any reason. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless you all. That trade did not play out on BTC. All right. As you can see, it took a nice dump to the downside. Right. And I didn't lose. I didn't get into the long or the short. And we had a nice short to the downside that we took there, recovery, and we'll kind of play it by ear. I'll watch the price action throughout the day. 61,200 looks like we're headed down there. It's the key levels that we're looking for, 61.4. So anyway, I see more downside. There's still beautiful opportunities in the market. DIA for massive gains. I still can't believe that cup and handle played out the way it did. Everybody, I love you. I will see you later on in the trading group throughout the day. And have a beautiful Tuesday. Take care of yourself. Go after your dreams. And just be amazing. You can, you will, you're all the best. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for your time.